41 minutes after 6 o'clock. Thank you so much for being here with us. I hope that if you're getting ready for work or school or whatever, that you're in a good place and you're comfortable and you're able to take us in and get some information along the way. This morning, our guest host is the reigning Calypso monarch of Trinidad and Tobago and by extension the world, Ms. Shirlane. And I want to welcome the head of communication and vice chairman of TUCO North Zone.
And the General Secretary of TUCO.
And the General Secretary of TUCO, Ms. Shirlane Hendrickson. Good morning.
Oh, good morning to Lucas and good morning to Mitchell Lungs, reigning Calypso monarch of Trinidad and Tobago, Terry Lyons. Good morning to all of TTT and keep your dials tuned in. You know what I'm talking about.
So it's Calypso History Month.
Yes.
You said the theme for this year is revolution.
Calypso Revolution.
Calypso Revolution. Rhythm and rhyme of a people.
Yes.
Why that theme? What does that mean?
Because after facing COVID for 2 years, we understand it's not just us as a nation, but regionally and globally, we have to start thinking innovatively how we can build back, revolutionize our thinking, how we can continue to expose our Calypso art form to the world, but at the same time, not to impact on those who may not be able to understand. And we're gearing towards the education of the music through the eyes of the youth. I want to congratulate Terry. I saw her singing to the children in San Fernando. Yes. And that moved us so much because we went back in time for a moment there, maybe before she was born, when these things used to happen. Oh yes, through NWAC and NJAC and and other institutions, and they would ask us to go out to the schools and perform. But as you know, with COVID and the impact, and we understand the policies and procedures emanating from the Ministry of Education and Government and the Parent Teachers Associations and tutor and all of that. Of course, you can't just go trampling into the schools, but we might just get back there. So congratulations to you and keep up the great work. Yeah. So you see, it's the revolutionizing of the Calypso, the rhythm and rhyme of a people. The children, as I said, Terry, they were able to move.
Saying, you know, you've been doing that in terms of TUCO has been going into schools. I know I spoke to Megan Sylvester, whose job is education. Exactly.
Yes.
So in the past years, I mean, even pre-COVID, you know, we've seen that impact be a positive thing. But tell me, how are we going to revolutionize Calypso?
Oh, well, we started under Mr. Garcia, former Minister of Education, and their programming, so that we're going to be approaching Dr. Nyan Gatsby Dolly to continue that modus operandi, so that we can, our aim is to get it on a continuous basis in the curriculum.
Right.
Right, yes. You know, that's where you get it, so that when it hits home to the children, it hits home to the parents.
But from what perspective in the curriculum? Because, you know, we say we want Calypso. Is there going to be a Calypso class? Is it that you want Calypso to be a part of all classes?
Yes, it's going to be, and it should be, the history of our Calypso art form.
As a class by itself?
As a class by itself. And
primary or secondary?
Both, right through kindergarten.
Right. I want to know where you're going.
No, you just tell me, because I'm one of the graduates. I'm a graduate on November 1st, coming, God's willing, from the University of Trinidad and Tobago with the Masters of Arts in Carnival Studies. I tip my hat to Professor Dr. Hollis Liverpool, Dr. Keela Francis, Dr. Rudolph Otley, Mrs. Annette Fitzpatrick, and my supervisors, Pearl Antu Springer, and and the head, Dr. Persad, and then Professor Ember, chairman of the board. But I tip my hat to Professor Dr. Hollis Liverpool. At 80-something years old, that man is still teaching. And listen, he has been able to coin old school methodology with new wave technology. When he's done with you, not leaving a class until you say, I understand what you have just taught me. Just that phrase alone. And that program, you know, people might say, Masters of Arts in Carnival Studies, it's the only one in the world, Rukas and Terry, the only one in the world. Could you imagine that? The only one in the world.
But where else it will happen?
And this is why I'm saying I tip my hat to him, because he fought hard for that program. I'm inviting every conscious body. You know, of course, you know, we still have to face and have and the academic requirements, the criteria.
Right.
But what we are learning there, that should really be taught in the primary schools.
Really.
So this is what I'm saying, the history of our Calypso art form.
So I understand that TUCO has a bunch of events lined up to be able to help get this revolution on the go.
We have some events, not as much as we would have liked because of all the challenges
Of course.
But we started, as you know, following, I must give kudos to the Diamond Jubilee Calypso Independence Monarch, and hats off to Heaven Charles Snakey, the winner, and all who participated, young and old, in the competition, all the winners. And following that, we opened up with the TUCO Thanksgiving. We believe in keeping tradition, giving thanks. That was hosted on the 5th of October. And then we follow through from there, the 23rd. Next Sunday, the 23rd, in Tobago, the finals of the TUCO Tobago Calypso Monarch competition. And the... Yes.
What I want to know is how soon these programs are going to be started.
Next week, Sunday. Yes, Sunday to Tobago Calypso
I know
Monarch.
everybody's studying in the primary schools and the secondary schools, and even like during August holidays when they are out of school, what is set up for that part of?
That's after the Calypso Monarch. Before I answer you, let me just let you all know and the public know a little bit about what is going to be happening October. And we have extended somewhat. And mind you, to enhance what you just asked me, this Calypso History Month programming has not only stayed in Trinidad and Tobago, it has gone regional, it has gone Canada.
I see it in Canada.
Yes, because of the whole respect for the Calypso art form and the Chantwells and the griots. And this is why we are teaming up, or we will continue with our, what was started with former Minister of Education Garcia, with the proposal to Dr. Natsby Garnell, so that during what we would know as, well, we don't say summer holidays.
Java.
We say,
Java.
Yes, Java.
Yes.
And all
July,
of
August
these things. To have, as a matter of fact, TUCO North Zone, during and before Calypso History Month, would have introduced the seniors, the secondary and primary schools workshop seminars at Nallis Library. And with our current education and research officer, she too would have transcended this across the board. So I'm saying, less like you were saying, with the approval and permission and working alongside that collaboration with Ministry of Education to transcend this throughout, across
for the
holidays. Yes, because we live, sleep, drink, eat, Calypso.
Everything is Calypso. All right, tell me about the rest of October. So we have the
Sunday
Tobago
coming,
Monarch.
23rd,
Right.
on the Tobago Monarch. On the 26th, we have a tribute, the Central Bank, and we tip our hats to them too every year. They would always collaborate with TUCO to host some event, some Calypso event. And as well as on the 29th, Stacey Sobers Abraham would host a Calypso concert. We love Calypso since we're small at Central Bank Auditorium. It also goes on to the TUCO Tobago It's a Lime. It's a Lime. Saturday the 29th, my birthday, if God spare, and I'll be there from the 26th.
Is this your Calypso?
Yes, and as I say, birthday, all year. Our girl, except for go home, today's daddy's birthday. Happy birthday,
Today's
big
daddy's
daddy.
birthday.
All around
Happy birthday all around. Oh gosh, big love, big love.
83 years old today.
83, not out, boy.
Not out. And he says, to let you all know, for 2023, get ready for Bring Your Juice and Come. Pawpaw, cashew, you name it, noonie.
There must be a limit to this. There has to be a limit to this. 83, boy?
83.
I'm about bring your juice and come.
83. Bring your juice and come. I hope you're ready, you know.
I'm not. I am not. I can assure you I am not ready.
I just want to bring your juice and come.
So that is just a little to get you all started as to what is going to be happening. And as I said, it continues on Friday, November the 4th. Extemporama.
Yes.
The big man who has just been one of the recipients of a national award, Mr. Mark John, the contender, whom I usually refer to as, you know what, right? Mr. Conti. Yes, congratulations to you, to Lingo, to Iowa, and to Marshall Montano, who received the Shakonia Gold. All right, so at Lion Civic Center on November the 4th, look out for Extemporama, right? And then on the 12th, Mr. Hamidullah Waheed, Vice Chairman of the TUCO South Central Zone, and all of the executive, they are in collaboration down at Cafe Blues, tribute to the icons.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Which
I'll be
icons are
there.
you paying tribute to?
Yes, hello. You have Valentino, you have All Rounder. That's the name of it. And then you're supposed to be with me co-emceeing the
In
Extemporama.
Extemporama,
But I'm here, you ready? You know,
Oh, you
because
mean
we're
we
going
got
to do a little thing.
We had Extempo? Ladies and gentlemen, I will embarrass myself. But I would prefer to do it in person rather than on TV, because on TV they're recording it now.
And I go hug him up to do it so he'll get some inspiration. You know, and when I say sing, you know.
I hope you're ready. I hope you can go pick on with me.
Yeah,
you know.
I hope so that you're able, you know,
will
never
find out.
underestimate the power of a lady.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Shirlane Hendrickson, the head of communications and the vice chairman of TUCO North Zone and the general secretary of TUCO.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning to share a little bit about what's happening for Calypso History Month. Please continue to do the great work that you're doing, and I will see you on the battlefield of November 4th.
We want to commend TTT, one of the oldest television stations, not just locally, regionally, internationally, you know, and for doing a great job like this, and for having our national Calypso monarch host, and be proud like that. Give her a bounce.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tobago Carnival is on our sister station, Next 99.1 FM. They're taking over. You can get ready for the ladies, speaking of ladies, ladies of prime time on Thursday, 27th October from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. They're going to be at Store Bay in Tobago. You can come out and bring your bikinis, your board shorts, your flip-flops, everything. Music by DJ Charlotte and the Queen, Whitney, live. You can get tons of prizes. You can win them with special surprise guests. And the best part, it's absolutely free. For more information, follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Next 99.1 FM. It's Next 99 Primetime Tobago Carnival. Of course, it's powered by Digicel, Better Together. White Oak, if you know, you know. Designate, don't drink, and drive. A Nescafe, it all starts with a Nescafe. Orchard, the perfectly natural choice. Absolute, it's in our spirit. Maggie, the secret of great flavor. Nestle, good food, good life. Jose Cuervo, Millennium Sound Company, and Next 99.1 FM, a member of the TTT Limited Media Network. Next 99.1 FM is loud and clear in Tobago, and they're going to be there for Carnival. Let's take a quick break and come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned.